Hi, everybody. I'm Sammy Gibbons, a reporter with the USA Today Network Wisconsin, bringing you today's Coronavirus 5 in 5. This is a 5-minute rundown of the top 5 headlines you need to know, brought to you by our network of journalists about coronavirus in Wisconsin, coming at you live at 3 p.m. every weekday. First up, our daily numbers update. Wisconsin again reported a record number of new cases. There were 528 positive COVID-19 tests reported today. And now coronavirus is present in all 72 Wisconsin counties because today Langlade and Taylor counties reported their first cases. So now Wisconsin's up to a total of 13,413 COVID-19 cases, and 481 people have lost their lives while battling the virus. And there are just over 2,000 people currently hospitalized. But for our first headline, we have a positive story about a brave patient who fought COVID-19. This comes at you from Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reporter Mark Johnson about Lana Tousley. She beat cervical cancer when she was 19, then uterine cancer at 28. And for 23 years, she's been cancer-free and healthy. But in April, she was told she'd have to be placed on a ventilator because she was battling COVID-19. And at that point, she thought she couldn't fight anymore. She felt worn out and exhausted and said that the ventilator made it feel like she was slowly being strangled. Survival figures for folks on ventilators are not typically super hopeful, but Tousley, spoiler alert, defeated COVID-19, and she is now recovering back at her home in Iowa County. You can check out the full story from this brave survivor online at jsonline.com. Next up, following up from yesterday's news about absentee ballots, 2.7 million Wisconsin voters may receive absentee ballot requests. Due to a sky-high interest in absentee voting, election officials are considering mailing request forms to voters. This would be part of a $5.3 million plan that's meant to help local governments cover election costs, make absentee ballot instructions more user-friendly, and ensure polling places are completely supplied with hand sanitizer so they're ready to protect voters who decided to vote in person. This conversation comes after the April 7th election, in which clerks struggled to count the unprecedented influx of ballots. And as we spoke of yesterday, there were issues with mail and computer glitches that resulted in hundreds of absentee ballots not being collected. Between now and the August primary and November election, there will be plenty of updates, so stay tuned to our websites for more information on that. Now to talk about our fur babies, another happy subject. Cats and dogs have flown out of Wisconsin Humane Society branches during the pandemic. We have a story that reports adoptions skyrocketed since March. This could be a result of the Wisconsin Humane Society's request for the public to clear shelters as staffs experience shortages. Many volunteers are elderly folks who stopped showing up as the pandemic ramped up. 319 animals were adopted or fostered the week of March 15th when they made that request alone. For the first time, the organization actually ran out of available pets to adopt. Meg Jones has a full story on Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's website. Lastly, a comedian has transformed her forced move back to her parents' home into a creative opportunity. Kristen Bray traveled from Los Angeles to her parents' Wisconsin Rapids home to create a film about living in a battleground political state, but with that plan squashed due to COVID-19, she came up with another idea. Bray launched As Goes Wisconsin, a website that takes a wry look every week at all things Wisconsin. It's meant to reach voters, not preach to them, our reporter writes. Our reporter also says the videos provide a fun way to get into big issues. It has a little bit of a left-wing tilt, but it urges connection across the political spectrum. So you can check out more from that comedian and our reporter. For more to watch while we're stuck at home, also on Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's website. And to get access to these stories, we recommend that you subscribe. By subscribing to us, you're supporting local journalism and supporting information being brought to you about COVID-19 and beyond, so you're all kept informed. And to help you get there, we have a special deal for you. If you subscribe now to any USA Today Network Wisconsin website, you'll get the first 3 months for just $1. That's for an unlimited digital subscription to any of our websites, which will bring you to news, sports, entertainment, videos, photos, really anything you could need to stay informed about all things but in your community and in the state. But to do that, go to any of our websites like postcrescent.com or greenbaypressgazette.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. If you already do subscribe, thanks so much. I'll be back here with you again at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks so much for watching.